Good morning. Alright, it's time to get ready. I do not want to get up. I got my hair wrapped. You probably can't see it against my pillowcase. But it's time to get up. What's up, X and D life? Xavier here. And yes, this is a dirty diaper. And it's going to go outside. I'll take it outside in a few minutes. Finally curled my hair because I know you guys are probably like, dang, she's been looking like a super stay-at-home mama. You're right, I have been. And I wanted to be comfortable, if you know what I mean. So sorry if I'm moving this camera around. I'm enjoying these curls, guys. Literally took me like 5 minutes. I like 5-minute hairdos. 5-minute hairdos are the greatest. And took no effort. So if you guys want to know what I did with my hair, let me know in the comments below. So, oh yeah, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We got new content coming always. Every week I post something for you, and you. All right, cut the chase. Let's real talk. Let's talk. So, I have a story time for you. I haven't done a story time in a while. The last story time I did, I think David and I think we talked about how we met or how he proposed or something like that. So if you haven't seen those videos, please subscribe and search for those videos. I think I have them listed on the popular ones or whatever. But yeah, let's do a story time. So my story time topic of today on St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. I am rocking my green, not like super green, but you know, like my mint green, because I like mint green. And bear with me because I might have to pause in between because I have my daughter, and you know how that goes. Anyways, guys, so, and she's got the leg of the tripod. So you're gonna see it really moving around. And she thinks it's funny. So guys, I'm sorry I keep pausing and delaying. My story time is going to be, I was a teenage mom. Can I have that back? Oh, yeah, I was a teenage mom. So let's start from the beginning. So in high school, I dated this guy. We were together for like 3.5 years. You know, the old puppy love. You know, you think you're in love, but really you're just very young and dumb. So basically that's how that happened. So you know how us young folks do. You know, we did our thing or whatnot, and you know, just where we were in love. I got pregnant with my son. I was on birth control. So for all you people that say you can't get pregnant on a birth control, that is a lie. It does happen, and it did happen. It happened to me. I was actually on the patch when I got pregnant with my son, so that was like, shocker. Which was fine, you know. Whenever I called him and told him, hey, you know, I just found out I'm pregnant, what are we gonna do? And I remember him distinctly saying, it's not mine. Click, and hung up the phone on me. Like, you talk about utter pissed off, disappointed, because, you know, for 3.5 years, that was the only person I had been with, you know. And then, you know, it kind of hurt, crushed. So eventually, you know, he accepted the pregnancy, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be there, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to be there for our child. So, you know, a couple months down the road, my son was born. And he was 5 days late, by the way, because he was my stubborn baby. And he's still my stubborn baby to this day. But, you know, I had a choice whenever I was younger, you know, do you want to abort this pregnancy or do you want to keep the pregnancy? And I chose to keep him because I felt like, I don't know if you ever had a gut feeling or whatnot, but I had the strongest feeling that he was supposed to be in my life. that he was going to change my life for the better. And, you know, I don't know. I can't explain it. You know, I guess, you know, whenever you have kids, you kind of know. I'm going to have to pause it. Sorry. All right, sorry, back to what I was saying. But, you know, when you get pregnant with your child, you know what it feels like. It's like you have so many hormones going through your body. You have so many emotions. And, you know, kids are gifts. And she's shaking the camera again. Sorry. But, you know, kids are your gifts. They're your blessings. You know, and, you know, some people, certain situations, I understand them, you know, aborting and doing what they have to do. It happens. You know, it does happen, and, you know, sometimes you do what you got to do in order to fend for yourself. And even though, you know, some people might not agree, but, you know, there are certain circumstances that I fully understand why anyone would abort if they needed to. I think some young girls, you know, maybe that is a good option for them, but, you know, that would be a scary option. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you lay down to make it, you can take care of it at the same time. But, you know, some people don't have that option. I fortunately had that option. I was, like I said, I was young. I was 18 when I did get pregnant with him. But I did feel like, you know, he had a purpose in my life. He was going to change my life for the better and make it how it is today. And, you know, I couldn't be any more, I'm sorry. Trying to do this with a 12-month-old is rough. Alright, so she wanted to be on camera. Say hi. You say hi. Say hello. You say hello. Hi. She's waving. Alright, so, you know, like I said, you know, I made that choice. I was set in stone. I was like, okay, I'm going to take care of this kid, whether I do it by myself or not. And that's basically how it worked. So backstory, going back a little bit, when I got pregnant with my son, my ex and I were in the process of going our separate ways. He was moving to Pennsylvania. I was staying here in North Carolina. And we had planned on parting. You know, it was the end of that road. It needed to be done. And boom, I found out. So, you know, I handled it pretty well. I was kind of a little bit in denial initially. I was very, very, like, shook. Like, what am I going to do? You know, because obviously, you know, whenever you do have kids young, sometimes that jeopardizes, you know, your career choices in the future. Because it does make it hard whenever you're a single parent trying to provide and make sure your child's taken care of. And then you try to go to school full-time. And I did try to go to school full-time with him, and it was just really, really hard having a newborn and going to school full-time and working full-time to take care of a kid. Like, I have friends who have like 3 and 4, and I don't know how in the world they have time to do some of the things that they do. I'm like, how? Aren't you exhausted? Aren't you tired? But but yeah. So, you know, I had my son. I was 19 when I did finally have him. He did try to come on my birthday, but because he was late, he came a little bit later. But I did have him at 19, and, you know, the takeaway and the advantages was I was still young, and so I had all this energy, and, you know, I was able to care like I could. And then I reflect now to having a baby now in like my mid-30s, and then versus, you know, 18, 19 years old. I had so much more energy then than I do now. I mean, my butt is tired some days, especially with her, because she is a piece of work, and she just goes nonstop, don't you? Yeah, you just go nonstop. And she's starting to talk and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, back to where I was at. I keep getting sidetracked, guys. She's so cute. She sidetracks me all the time. Yeah. So, you know, I had my son, and what ended up happening with my ex, he decided not to ever come back. So, you know, then I was really stuck. Yeah. Yeah. So he decided not to come back, and so I was, you know, one of those girls that had to take care of a kid by myself. But it was okay, because You know, I did, I did such a good job, I felt, providing and working my butt off. I mean, I worked 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that kid had everything he could possibly want or need. I didn't want him to want for nothing. I wanted him to make sure, you know, he was happy, he was fed, he was had, you know, nice clothes, shoes, and I know it's not about the, you know, the materialistic things, but I wanted to make sure that he knew that I had no struggle in me whatsoever. Even the times that I was struggling, he never would have known. She thinks this is funny, guys. Get out. Get out of my mouth, girl. Get out of there. Get out. Get out. But yeah, so, you know, when it comes to being a teen mom, you guys gotta be strong. You gotta be strong and willing and stay ahead of the game, because if you for any way, shape, or form feel like, you know, your significant other or your ex is going to provide, just always have a backup plan and try to worry about you and focus on you and don't depend on anything. Because here we are, my son will be 17 this year, and needless to say, you know, he's been absent this whole time. He's been absent this entire time, which is fine, because that allows me to be selfish with him and be able to enjoy him all to myself and not have to share. So that works out perfect. Of course, my husband came into our lives about 5 years ago, so he's like 11, going to turn 12, and so that was a transition for him. And I'll have to get into that into another, well, I have to get into all that situation in another story. But, and how our transition into our blended home and how it came to be. So stay tuned for that one. I'll get David in on that one to kind of touch on that and how it evolved and turned into us. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. I was a teen mom, and you know, the TV makes it look so easy. Girl or guy, it is not easy. It is not. You bust your butt. You get no sleep. Sometimes you might not eat meals. You might skip meals just because you're so stressed and, you know, trying to make it. Yeah. Trying to make it. Isn't that right? Yeah. Alright, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my story time. If you have any questions or whatnot, just comment below and I will answer any kind of questions you may have. Trying to think of anything I might have missed, but, you know, basically it was, I got pregnant on birth control, you know, I had him at 19, he never came back, he promised to come back, never did, you know, he's spent maybe a total of 3 weeks total time with my son since he's been born, which is fine, like I said, that allows me selfish time. Yeah, see, that allows me selfish time with Caden. Can you say Caden? Can you say Caden? Can you say Caden? Caden? Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoy again. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe below to our channel for more stories and other shenanigans that we maybe get into. But take care, and I hope you have a great afternoon. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say see ya.